Hey mamas, today's workout is a 10-minute prenatal stretch for round ligament pain. So those deep ligaments below your pelvis, we're gonna help relieve that tension and pressure today. Come over onto your hands and knees to start. We're gonna begin with a cat-cow. So you're gonna arch your back, looking up to the sky. Let that belly hang. Round your back. And repeat, just flowing at your own pace through this one. So we're just letting those hips release. And we're gonna do each exercise today for a minute. If you need breaks, feel free to take them, but we're gonna just move right into the next. This one's really gentle. You can even rock your hips side to side. Whatever feels good, we're listening to our bodies today. It's just a stretch, nothing too crazy here. And we're coming back to neutral. Now take your knees wide, push your hips back. We're going to a child's pose. So we're just gonna extend those arms, let the chest fall, let the head fall, and release the breath, release your face. Just try to let everything relax. So knees can come as wide as you feel like here. Toes are together if you can. And we're opening up those hips, trying to push our hips toward the heels. Opening up our shoulders, our chest, our back. And then trying to release any tension. If you notice you're gripping through your fingers, if you're scrunching up your forehead, you're clenching your jaw, try to just let it go. We're gonna move on to a frog stretch. I'm gonna show you this one from the front. So we're gonna take our knees even wider, heels behind the knees and feet flexed. Then we're gonna slowly come down onto our forearms and let those knees push open to stretch out those inner thighs and those hips. So you can stay here on your forearms. If you feel good, maybe you can lower your arms down and let your chest fall. Again, if you're pregnant and you're further along, your belly might be in the way, so you can always stay up a little higher like I am today. Whatever feels good, or if you've got really tight hips, inner thighs, you might have to come up a little higher onto your hands. For instance, coming right here is totally fine as well. So wherever you feel a nice deep stretch, and again, just try to let go of that tension, just breathe into it. Almost there. All right, here we go. Moving to a hip flexor stretch. So we're gonna take one leg forward, say the right leg. Then I want you to tuck this back hip under. So you're squeezing this glute just a little bit. And then you're gonna take the opposite arm, so this arm, lift up and over. So you're lifting up and over, trying to pull this rib off your hip bone. And then if you want to, you can take this opposite arm and kind of give it a little pull through the wrist. Just a little pull, like you're trying to reach that arm up and over a little bit higher. Still tucking that back hip under so you feel that deep stretch on that hip. And just breathe into it. We're gonna move on to a deep runner's lunge. That same leg stays forward. I'll show you from the side. Walk it forward a little bit. Place your hands on the inside of that foot and then push this back hip toward the mat. So we're really lunging forward into that stretch. That front foot is all the way on the ground. Again, if you need a little less, you can put one hand on your knee or both. Come up a little higher. This is too intense, but I like to go, or if you want to go even deeper, you could get on your forearms. I cannot go that deep, I wish, but really good to complement that hip flexor stretch. release that round ligament right here. I know on my right side I'm super tight, so this is a great one for me where I really feel things start to loosen up. All right, we're going to an inner thigh stretch. So you're gonna keep this leg out and extend it. Bend this opposite leg, turn the foot, so the inside of the foot's on the ground, foot flexed, and then lean over into that, onto this knee. So you're resting on that knee and your elbows are on the ground. Again, if it's too intense, you can push up a little higher. Or if you want to go down all the way to the floor, you can do that, but we're just trying to release this inner thigh, kind of complementing that frog stretch we did earlier. Always paying attention to that breath. Make sure you're breathing. Nice deep breaths, letting that oxygen go to the muscles. We're gonna move to that hip flexor stretch, other side this time. So other leg comes forward. Tuck that back hip under, little squeeze of the glute. Raise that arm up, reach it up and over. Give a little pull if you'd like with that opposite hand. So you're trying to pull that rib off your hip and you're trying to release that lat, this meaty muscle right here. Everything is connected, so it's a really active stretch. You're not just hanging out, leaning over. You're really reaching up and over, trying to lift and pull, squeezing that glute. So everything is really active, and then you feel that deep release after you're done. Few more seconds here. We're moving on to that deep runner's lunge. So from the side, walk that front foot forward or back foot back, hands on the inside, and then we're pushing that hip toward the ground, staying up high, staying low, in the middle, whatever you feel like. You can even play around, sway your hips a little bit here. Find a spot maybe that's tight. You hold it a little longer. All right, we're gonna go to that inner thigh stretch. So now shifting our weight, bending this knee, straightening the opposite leg, going on the inner side of that foot, and then just pushing this thigh toward the ground, just releasing into that opposite leg. Breathe, sending energy, sending oxygen to those muscles. And we're gonna move on to our final stretch, a downward dog. So place those hands about shoulder width apart, feet about hip width apart. Send the hips up and back. Pressing through those hands. And you can pedal your feet here. I know sometimes when we first get here, the calves, the hamstrings, they're tight, so they're gonna fight back as we try to push back. So just slowly work and ease into it. Whenever you feel good there, you can just slowly drop those heels, push hips high, Try to create space in the upper back by pushing the palms into the ground. Just feel everything release as you breathe. We're in the final stretch, literally. And we have completed our stretch. So that was our 10-minute round ligament pain relief. I hope you feel some relief after that stretch. Be sure to check out my other prenatal workouts to help you stay strong, healthy, and fit throughout your pregnancy and into postpartum. See you guys next time.